Hey, welcome back to Downrange Discussions. Today this topic is going to be basically kicking a dead horse here. We're going to be discussing the AK-47 and the AR-15. Just kind of hit and miss on a little bit of the differences in them and the similarities, both of them. I mean, you can see the difference for yourself. We're comparing apples to oranges here. You know, the 7.62 by 39, I think this thing is like a 155 grain bullet, 160 grain bullet, something like that. You know, as compared to the AR-15 that's shooting this measly little 55 grain bullet. So, you know, to be honest with you, the accuracy of the two, you know, the AR is going to be a lot more accurate. At least that's what I found. Now, you know, some may want to argue that, and I'm fine with hearing them talk about that. The 7.62 I have found to be a little less accurate on the group. But this thing will, you know, it's packing a little bit bigger of a punch. It's a little bit fatter of a bullet, you know, a little more oomph behind it as to the ARs. But the AK that we have here is a WSAR-10. Yes, I do have the crappy optics on it as well. We're going to do a torture test on those junk optics to see which one gives out first, whether it be on the AK or it be on the AR. This AR started its life with wooden furniture. It got the ATI upgrade. You can see how well I take care of the AK. It's got some surface rust right here on it. But these things don't care. You can throw them in the sand, you can throw them in the mud. They got a lot of loose tolerances in these guns, which is why I think they're not near as accurate as the AR. But these guns will run no matter what condition. You know, they are a piston operated gas system, as to where the AR is an impingement gas system. You know, so this one here actually has a piston rod in it, as to where it, instead of just running straight off pressure, this one here is working, it's cycling an actual piston rod. So, I mean, a little bit different, but also in the same sense, there's a lot less working parts in the AK, in my opinion, to really go wrong as to all the little springs and stuff in the ARs. Both of them good guns. I've had this one here for a good while. Yeah, I had to fanboy it up and put a cheap laser and light combo on it because, you know, who doesn't want one? So, not a bad firearm for the price. The only thing that I complain about on this thing is that this one here, when I bought it, is only a single stack mag. So that was my only complaint when I bought the gun. But it was also, I bought it a lot cheaper. So, overall, I mean, really good firearm. I can't complain about it. I mean, I can sit and nitpick it all I want. You know, this one here, the AR, we just got done building. It's all pretty well new parts. You know, we got the casting numbers on this AR being at like 1984, you know. So, some of these parts are pretty old. So, not saying old isn't accurate. Just saying, hey, old is old and new is new. So we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt of being a little bit old. But all in all, decent firearm. And then you got the AR. You know, it was introduced in the late 50s. Eugene Stoner, I think, is the guy that actually come up with this. He was a machinist. Was in World War II, I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he was the one to actually come up with the design of the AR. And I'm pretty sure it was Colt took it from there and made it what it is kind of today. And then everybody's run their variants off of this thing. Yes, crappy optics on this one too. But decent gun. I have actually ran 100 rounds through this thing. I've probably ran 1,000 rounds through the AK. Never really had no problems, never nothing. The AR-15 that we got is Palmetto upper, and it's the Anderson lower. It's the one we've talked about in prior videos. Been a good firearm so far. You know, I'm still waiting on some parts and pieces for this thing to see what we can actually make this do. But like I said, you know, I'm kind of torn in between. You know, I had the AK first. I kind of cut my teeth on that as like my first assault rifle assembly. As to, you know, the AR, I always dodged the AR for shooting, you know. Oh man, look at it. It's, you know, it's shooting that little bullet, you know. the AK at least shoots something that big, you know. You know, I'm a pretty big fan of the AK platform. I love the Mosins too. They're a fun gun to shoot, and really kind of anything old and nostalgic catches my eye. But not getting off subject here. These things here are pretty good firearms. Can't complain. I would like to hear your all's opinions on whether you like an AR or an AK better and why. We'll just kind of touch on the topic of why. I love hearing the differences that other people run into with them, what they've experienced in building them, putting them together, and shooting them. What's funner for you to shoot? I really like racking some in the AK. The only problem is, it's got the smaller mags. That's to where this one here, I had to fanboy it up and put the mag coupler on these things. So, just a little something different. But all in all, both really good guns. Hopefully you'll see some target practice here in the near future in these things. Been pretty bad weather around here lately, so hopefully we'll get out in the next couple of days and we'll put them to the test and really be able to compare between these two guns, kind of which one's better. So we look forward to seeing you out there. We'll see you next time.